Hello everybody, and once again welcome back to Triple R YouTube channel with a long awaited video of the tremendous P1. It was not so tremendous at one point, but obviously we are at the point now where we're happy to show everybody the not the end result, but we're 99.9% there. We're waiting for genuine centre caps coming and a genuine gear knob. Those are the last two things, and obviously a detail. What you will notice from this video and what you will pick up is the car is slightly dusty in the background. There is a reason for that. So the paint on the car at the moment is fresh out of the gun. We haven't touched it. At the end of the day, we aren't detailers. We would rather the paint go from gun to detail straight away. And obviously it would start raining, wouldn't it, just as we start to film the video, but hey ho, we're going to crack on anyway. Now, if you cast your mind back to quite a long time ago when we first got the Impreza P1, it was a shadow of what you are looking at today. And me and Dave quickly realised that this was going to run us deep very fast. When we got the car back originally and inspected it, put it on a rollover, put it on the ramp, we realised that this car was going to need a lot more work and we weren't going to be able to put our name to it until we got it to a point where, as a business, we were happy with it. We do have a high standard of cars at Triple R, and we like to carry on that trend with everything that we sell. We do understand that some of the older stuff is never going to be perfect, but with this car, Dave's built this car himself, and this took him back to his childhood. And when he first got into cars, the P1 was a car that he loved. So the passion, the enthusiasm was always going to be there for this. Mind you, it did dwindle in spots as he got through it. It got very stressful and was rather challenging at time. But when you look at the finished article, it's kind of all been worth it. So let me cast you back to when we first started this car. I'll try and keep all these short but punchy. The car was sat on a gentleman's driveway, probably 10 plus years. We were originally looking for a car for Dave to actually build as a track car. He wanted to go batteries routes and build something that was going to be competitive on track and different than modern BMs, etc. Now, when we were looking, this P1 popped up a mere 15 miles away from where we actually were at the time. We rocked it on the gentleman's drive. He loved the car, but literally fell out of love with it. And when we got on the driveway, it had been there that long. There was actually a green border of algae around the car where it hadn't moved. At this point, we knew that we had to buy it. We fell in love with it, and we basically just cracked on. So what you see today is I'm going to get Dave to walk you around the car and show you the almost finished article. While he's doing that, I'm going to drop off into the background, and we just want to say some thank yous to the people that have made this project possible. There are some outsourced businesses in the Northeast that we use. We do like to keep things local, and these guys have been fantastic. We have had high standards and demands, which these particular businesses have met every single time, and we are very thankful for that. So I just want to say some thank yous. Dave will walk you around the car. I'll drop into the back and we'll say some thank yous as we go. First of all, as we're just getting around the car, and most importantly, as you can see, the paintwork on the car is absolutely fantastic now. And we've been very, very fussy. We've been around with a fine-tooth comb. And we'd like to say a special thank you to Chris Pringle. He works or owns a business called Hydrotech Custom Coatings. Now, Chris is very well experienced in the Subaru sector and has been working on these cars and restoring them for the last probably 10 years. Obviously, at the end of the day, most of these now are actually rotten and in need of that fabrication work. We spoke to Chris, gave him the demands, told him where we needed to be with it, and the standards were fantastic. He did all of the arch work, the sill work, and as you see the cars we walk around today, the paintwork and the quality, it's all down to Chris's fine-tuned approach to making this car what we wanted. So big thanks to Chris. Massive part of the project. At the end of the car is nothing without quality paintwork. Just going down the wheels as Dave gets round, he'll show you those. We'd like to say a very, very special thank you to Jamie from GS Auto Works. Jamie owns this business up in the Northeast, which is just off the Tyne Tunnel. And again, our demands were not normal, so to speak. And Jamie finished the wheels to a fantastic standard. We've been right round them close up, almost microscopic, and the quality of these particular wheels is fantastic. And most importantly, the colour is back to factory colour as these cars were built. We'd like to say a big thanks to also Gaz from ERG Coatings in Darlington. Gaz did powder coat some bits for us. Gaz is also a wheel refinisher and does a lot of work for us as well, whether it be on the Subaru or stock cars that we have. I obviously hope you're enjoying the detail as we go around. The next steps with the P1, we are ready to take interest in this car now. And if anybody is possibly interested in viewing it or trying to sort some sort of deal out, we are open to speak to people. And if you need to part X, we understand the car is a lot of money. Obviously, it's only one of 1,000. There aren't many of these available, and what I can tell you is the ones that are available, I do believe that there aren't many that are going to be this standard that we have finished this one to. There's nothing that hasn't been overhauled. We've went right back to basics. It's been on a rollover jig. The chassis, the arms, the underside's all brand new. We've got new belts. The engine itself, that was rebuilt at one point in its lifetime. We haven't had a lot to do with that, apart from refreshing the belts, checking everything, checking compression to make sure it was going to do what it was supposed to do. Although it was done quite some time ago, the car hasn't done a lot of miles since that engine was actually rebuilt. Now, we're going to mark the car at 495. I'll just drop back into shot now. We're going to market this at 44495. If anybody would be interested in this, we can set up viewings. We are viewing by appointment. We would actually like to show people this on the ramp and show them the quality of what we've actually done. But again, today's video was most importantly to thank the people that have made this project possible and get us to the end goal where we are today. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. If you haven't watched the series for the build of this P1, please feel free to flick back through our YouTube channel and you'll see it from start to finish, from day when we picked it up to this particular point. Next steps, we have got the car booked in for detail. We had an MOT done on the car yesterday, and obviously, as we expected, everything was absolutely perfect. Obviously, as you can see, the car does come with a Cherish plate as well. This is included. The car, off the top of my head, I think it's 92,600 miles. So if anybody is interested, please do get in touch. Once again, thank you for staying tuned to Triple R. We hope you're happy with the end result. Next video, we'll get into detailing. But yes, we are basically ready to take interest. Thank you all for staying tuned, and we'll see you on the next one.